topic of the day. And today's topic will be my set against Wizzrobe at Smash Summit. It's been a very speculated set, for many reasons, to be honest. Overall, Wizzy have had a very good year, beating HBox a few times, Mewtwo King, and now this time around he was up 2-0 against me at Smash Summit. And a lot of people have been asking what I think about the set, what I think about Wizzrobe's play, my own play, and, everything regarding it pretty much. And partly I just want to give huge credits to Wizzy for being an amazing player. I respect him so much. He's just a fantastic player, and he's still so young as well. So he has a bright future ahead of him, I believe. I do believe the set had a lot of similarities with my set against S2J at Genesis, where I kind of feel like I start off pretty strong in game 1, and I used to have a hard time to close it out, especially in the set against Wizzrobe. I even had him off stage on the last stock, which should have been up game 1 for me pretty much, but I couldn't close it out. Wizzy also was partly tricky with his recovery, so I will give him credit for that. But after he wins game 1, I kind of feel like a lot... How do you say? I start to doubt myself a little bit. Sometimes it's tricky to be a competitor. You always need to believe in yourself so much. And going into Summit, I had quite a few not so good performances in a row. Like, yes, GTX wasn't necessarily bad, but I couldn't clutch it out. Big House was bad for me. And then Canada Cup was also pretty bad for me. So losing these kind of really important matches when you have been doing bad for your standards, it's normally harder to overcome it than if you have been on like a winning streak, for example. So like against S2J, going into Genesis, I had a fantastic streak going into that tournament. So I feel like it's normally easier to like keep believing in yourself and not let stress affect you as much. But when I played against Wizzy, I felt like it really affected me, and I started to like think a little bit negative before game 2 started. And then game 2 started off really bad for me as well. And it's a little bit like a train is coming at you and you don't know how to stop it. That's pretty much what it felt like. But I also feel like when Wizzy won game 1, it was kind of like a lot of stress for him. It was relieved, and he started to believe in himself more. He knew that, oh, I got this important game 1. I can do this. I can take this. So if I started to play a bit worse in game 2, it was the complete opposite for Wizzy. He started to play so good in game 2. Like much better than game 1, I believe. And you could clearly see it in his gameplay. And I feel like this kind of feeling, it carries over to the next game, game 3 as well, where I'm still a little bit in this state of mind where I'm a bit shocked. I don't really know what to do entirely, and even having a hard time to believe I would do it. Like, I had less faith in the comeback this time around, which kind of sucks to say because you should believe in yourself. But truth to be told, it also is easier and harder depending on how you have done. At least for me, and I think that's the case for most people, to be honest. But going into game 3, I still try to like think positively and like realize that I can do this. Like, I beat Wizzy 6-0 at Syndicate, so that was like 2 3-0s. All I need to do was 1 3-0. But game 3 started off pretty badly as well, and it's kind of similar to S2J's set here as well. Losing game 1 closely, game 2 is more outplay for S2J or Wizzy. Game 3, I'm doing not so good, they're doing better. And then somehow, all of a sudden, I clutch it and I win. And it's like I could smell blood, you know? Like once I got that one win, I got so much more confidence. And I felt like I started to play a lot better. And I feel like Wizzy, for him, it was like, fuck. It was like, this was my game. If you have a close game, I feel like every competitor always feel like I should have won this. It's just like how competitive people work for the most part, I guess. If I lose a last stock, last hit situation, I will always blame myself for that. And I think that's just how it is for most people. Like, of course, sometimes it's easier to move on, but it's still like you know you could have done it. If you lose by 2 stocks, for example, like, sure, I got wrecked. Next game. But if you lose last hit, that can be more mentally damaging sometimes than losing 2 stocks or even 3 stocks. I guess 4 stocks might be an exception, but those are hella hype, and the crowd normally goes crazy for those as well. But yes, I win game 3, and is a huge relief because now I know I'm in this. Like, I can do it, and I will do it. That's the feeling that goes with me for the next game. And game 4, I start off very strong. And what happened to me in game 2, I kind of feel like happened with Wizzy in game 4. Like, I start to play better. I'm more confident. I barely clutched a game. It was super important. And for Wizzy, it was like, fuck. I could have won this. So all this momentum is coming in my direction now. And now Wizzy have to be on the receiving end of losing a game where he felt like I could have taken this. And yeah, game 4 for me is pretty much like game 2 for Wizzy. It's just like, it's not very close. It's pretty one-sided. It's pretty clear early on even that I was gonna win that game. Despite this though, in game 5, Wizzy finds the strength to really fight back, and I'm down 4 stocks to 2. But this, even though that happened, the fact that I had the last 2 games that I won, it was still like an insurance or like reinsurance that I can and I will do this. Like, I proved for myself. I took 2 games in a row. I brought it back from something like very hard, very tricky, and I guess the power of the Summit House helped me a little bit as well. So yeah, just that set overall, it was, I don't know, I feel like it was like a roller coaster in many ways. I feel like it was parts where Wizzy played fantastic and when he played very bad, and it was the same for me. And I don't think necessarily every set that goes to game 5 and was a reverse 3-0 is like that, but for some reason this set was very up and down for both players. Like, sometimes if you get reverse 3-0'd, the player on the receiving end of getting reverse 3-0'd sometimes still play pretty good through the entire set. But yeah, this was a weird set. But I guess most people still enjoyed it overall. It had a lot of ingredients to be a fun set to spectate. But as I said, Wizzy, fantastic player. I can see him grow much further in 2018 as well. Like, he's clearly top 10 for this year. Clearly top 10. I guess it's debatable in exactly what placement he will get, but very clearly top 10. And if he keeps this up, I can see him climb closer and closer towards the top. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Like, it's gonna be exciting to do the run back against Wizzy. Against S2J, I only got 1 run back ever since Genesis happened, and it was a best of 3 at Evo. But yeah, we'll see what the run back looks like against Wizzy. I will try my best to prepare for that one. It's gonna be hard, but I know I can do it. What's more impressive, Wizzy at Smash Rivalries or S2D at Shine? Wizzy at Rivalries. He plays better, and even though both beat 2 top 6 members, S2J did it against Plop Samus. And even though Plop Samus is amazing, it's not the same as beating Plop's Cheek. And Wizzy took both Mewtwo King and a set of H-Box. And thank you all so much for all the support today. It's been a crazy stream. So Thank you all. Super appreciated.